Alpha the greatest. Just look at creation. Check the roots in the generations. The Creator has got many names. We all have different interpretations, but we all say Alpha the greatest. I won't allow you to debate it. From the signs of intelligent design, I can say Alpha the most creative. This song is how I show Alpha I'm appreciative for all my qualitative innovations. I'm just trying to rock the stations across nations. Can you feel the good vibrations? It has been a long time, you have been out for a few rotations. Just reminding you, Alpha gives the best inspiration across every nation. Some still wait on confirmation, like creation ain't enough compensation. Alpha the greatest. Just look at creation. Check the roots in the generations. The Creator has got many names. We all have different interpretations, but we all say Alpha the greatest. Yes, I am a child made from stardust. My father is a lion preaching for Zion. My mother an angel praying for our souls. Yeah, the world can be cold, but Alpha can give that armor to be bold. Some hearts are stone, but they won't see the throne. To Alpha do I atone on a mountain with a megaphone. Now I got that backbone to always serve the throne before and after my tombstone. Alpha the greatest. Just look at creation. Check the roots in the generations. The Creator has got many names. We all have different interpretations, but we all say Alpha the greatest. I search for artifacts so I can slap them with Alpha's facts. Just an MC on the track that asks Alpha, why do whites hate blacks? Why would they whip us on our backs? I remember Grammy saying, young king, just adapt. So I relax and slip through the cracks, learn how to stack, and now I give back. Yes, I am a Mac, telling y'all evil lyrics and actions are whack. They only subtract. Alpha the greatest. Just look at creation. Check the roots in the
One of the great sins of humanity is, to me, they are just like the angels. Now, I'm not talking about all angels, but the select set of angels that were allegorically referred to in the Christian text that were jealous of the humans. Humans are jealous of other species, and humans try to give themselves precedence over other life forms in existence, that things that predate them they want to give precedence to. When they see our form as male and female, they identify that as everything, and they make that the most holy thing in existence. It's the same ignorance that occurs with certain countries that think they are the main country on a planet, where you cannot have one main country. You have to have a unified set of nations. Now, while you have that choice to become one or change your form, I would ask you to please wait till you're an adult, because it does not, as children we make decisions that we change our mind on in seconds and we regret it. As adults we make decisions that we regret. So that is a life-altering decision that you shouldn't rush. But you should have the opportunity to do it when you reach the appropriate age and show that you can handle it, the pressures that come along with doing it. Now, I do not feel you should compete with the female athletes. I do not feel the intersex should compete with the female athletes because they have an advantage. Now, I feel the males in our species have an advantage over the intersex because the intersex are not developed in our species as what might be athletically in another species comparable or stronger to the male on our planet. And so I think we would need different leagues. And to help that out, because they have a smaller population, people who understand that they need to compete and exist in their life because they are born that way. And they too don't need to decide how early because of how they look. They need to wait because as they mature and maturity happens, their body goes in different ways. And see, people don't like me to talk about this, but they exist. They like to hide them. But they are not an anomaly. They are something, they represent the creator. Now it's their choice to go male or female, and we must allow them. We have to talk about them before we even talk about transgenders. We have to talk about the intersex, who are the priorities. We have these, and you can check the populations within the UK alone. And they were in Africa from history. One of them in Africa was even an emperor. We have to stop this ignorance and this fear of not understanding the other because of what we want and what we desire and believe is right when we are not right. There's a way that is accepting of many different ways. There are more paths to heaven than one alone. Walk your own path. Stop judging the others. And you have to do that by releasing your force, because the Creator gave free will. Why are you not giving free will? That there are laws of the land and they need to be just. And we need human rights that understands interfaith and human lives. Whatever day you choose to have as your Sabbath, please enjoy it. And so, if you're embarrassed about me talking about intersex and you think that disturbs your children, talk about the parents who have these children, and your children bully these children because of their retardedness and not understanding existence. So please remember, do not embarrass the Creator and anything else because of your ignorance. Go away and repent, and then come back and let's talk some sense. But listen a little longer, please. While we do need the majority of the population to be straight, we do not need to force that, and we need to accept the other variations. Women have to remember, when they turn everything into a financial thing, they're going to drive some straight men to be bi or gay. Bi men must remember to be honest and let that straight woman know, because there are many straight women who don't want to, and there are bi women who want you. So just go to who loves you. Or there are even other straight women who are accepting or understanding, but there are some that are not. And there are some that, even though they are bi, they still have the straight preference, and they prefer the monogamous style relationship. I tend to be that way myself, and I prefer a woman in a monogamous relationship. The Creator is the Creator, and the Creator's life is the Creator's life, and we can't compare that. But on earth, I feel the Creator's understanding of all our different variations of love. Now, when it's bastardized and becomes something else, I think that is wrong. Too many things happen as long as it's in the straight realm at too early an age that shouldn't happen until these children are mature enough to handle these things, but only make noise if it's of the other orientation. All of that is wrong. There's a certain age. You should be an adult. You should be able to make your own decisions before you touch someone and go that far. Patience is a virtue. You are still developing. Doing those things too early affects your body in different ways, and your body does not recover later on in the long term. Some benefit early, and in the long term, they ruin their true, beautiful form of what they could have been by expending themselves or wasting their energy too early and not valuing their temple. People like to turn people away from religion to get them overly sexualized. And when you do that to the LGBT, you do that to them, and they are a vulnerable population. And when you alienate the intersex and say you are an abomination, you are lying to existence. So wherever you are, celebrate your Sabbath and give thanks to Creator and all that the Creator has created. Eternally grateful.